doing a little test here initially, guys. Make sure that everything is running okay. And then, of course, we're probably going to start the stream in about 12 minutes or 10 minutes. So definitely stick around. I want to see some people typing in the chat. Not seeing anybody in there. Let me go ahead and restart my actual Twitch TV icon here, because maybe I'm just not seeing you guys. Let's see. There we go. Brooding Phobos, how's it going, guys? Zach Blood, how's it going, man? I guess I'm just not seeing the number of viewers, unfortunately. It's just kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. Okay, just want to make sure you guys are seeing the actual screen. Let me know if you are. Cool. Okay, great. So like I said, we're getting started in probably 10 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you. Very cool. Like I said, guys, we still have about 10 minutes to the stream, so if you want to invite anybody, make sure to let them know on social media, etc. How many viewers do we have, Muso? I'm not seeing any numbers to determine how many people are here. Yeah, click, indeed. I'll stay away from the mouse from now on. Okay, cool. So we'll give everybody a few more minutes to join up. I think we'll start a bit early, maybe 3 minutes early, and do it that way. But we will wait a little bit. Yeah, I'm curious about that as well. We always thought that going later would bring us more people, but this is sort of our first time trying that, so we'll have to see what happens, guys. Alright guys, we did promise to do the stream a bit earlier today, so we're going to get started about now. Make sure that my sound is not too loud. I want to recalibrate the mic if we need to before the start of the stream. I know there's a little delay in message. Hey Wavell, hey Sunny Raider, Kendra, how's it going guys? Hey Adamon, how you doing buddy? Indeed, time to rule the waves. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, no, we're really excited. Mare Nostrvm, I finally got a major victory. I was playing earlier today just for fun, and finally got a major victory in one of my battles. So I'm kind of excited. But we'll try something different here for you guys, and I think in a minute or two here we'll jump right into the stream. Yeah, that's quite normal. The music does play once, it stops afterwards. I'm sure there's a way to change that, but once we actually get into the game, we'll be hearing a lot of sounds. Alright guys, well here we are with Mare Nostrvm. Really excited to be playing this game, and of course the V is a U in Latin, so we've got Mare Nostrvm. Don't get confused. Now the tutorial is quite helpful. You can also take a look at the video tutorials that me, Muso, and one of the product managers made for historical and tactical assistance, if you want to take a look at that. We're going to be putting those up, or are they already up, Muso? I'm not sure. Today we're going to be taking a look at the historical battles. We took a look at the historical battle back when Damien Narushima bought the stream, but today we're going to take a look at them again, and we're going to go to a different historical battle. So I took a pretty easy one last time, and what I did was I actually played the First Punic War, and as you can see here, I've got a major victory in the First Punic War. I'm not going to show you guys every single one of the conflicts. There are a lot. But I really do want to go ahead and try the Peloponnesian War. And one reason only, Sparta. It's that simple. So at this point, it's going to be a medium difficulty. I think facing Sparta is going to be really, really tough. But we're going to have to see. All right. Hold on a second. Cheeto just said his stream crashed. Did anybody else have this issue? Because my stream is looking fine. Alright, guys. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take Sparta in this one. Just because it's Sparta. Come on. I mean, how could you not take them, right? Unfortunately, we are definitely facing a much stronger Athenian navy. The one thing that's important is to go ahead, grab these particular units, the ones with the flags on top. These are your commanders, and we're going to send our men forward, just at a steady pace, just to kind of start to catch up with the enemy, or meet them halfway anyway, and sort of see what we can do. They've got some really heavy ships there out front. I'm not sure we're going to be able to outmaneuver them or defeat them, you know, in terms of ramming, but we're going to see what we can try. One thing I've learned in this game is ramming is not always the answer. That's right, kids. As much as you'd love to see ramming, it's just not always the answer. So we're going to go ahead and move forward. Let's finish our turn. Now, the Athenians are kind of just turning their ships. We're basically, you know, over here moving forward. They're just turning their ships. And if you listen closely, you can actually hear the drums, and that's from the guys on board, sort of getting everybody prepared and ready for a nice battle. Now, one misconception, and I only actually learned this a few days ago, is that basically the people down here rowing are slaves. That's actually not the case. More often than not, the people down below decks were low-class Roman citizens or low-class citizens from their respective countries or regions, and they did this for money. I mean, yeah, you became a rower, you got paid a little bit. Sure, it was a decent life, right? As long as your ship doesn't sink. It's just not polite to ram, says Brooding Phobos. Well, I don't know about that. Okay, guys, now you can actually fast forward your turn at any point there, so we're taking the slow approach here, but at any point you can fast forward. Now, we're definitely going to be colliding with the Athenians. You can see that they've got some pretty interesting ships here, but I think, manpower-wise, I'm not sure if we outnumber them, but we're Spartans, right? Should be able to do a pretty good job. So I'm actually going to try and grapple with the enemy ships. And as you can see, I'm doing this sort of individually instead of using my commander. This allows for a little more control than if you use your commander to move forward, but always keep in mind that your commander is an important asset, and you don't want to lose him. So really try with your commander to keep him alive if you can. That's easier said than done. So as you can see, we're really micromanaging here. I want to make sure we have the perfect approach. With some of these ships, I'm actually taking my time. As you can see, I'm not going as fast. Keep on going. And once again, I'm leaving the commander behind, but we can actually move them all forward over here. The Athenians are pretty far away. The same goes for these guys. We're still kind of moving forward just to catch up with them. And these guys are a bit tired, so I'm just going to ask them to move forward a bit while we decide what we want to do. This is definitely an intense battle. There's a lot of Athenian ships here, and it's going to get tough. Could I turn up the volume bit of the game? We got to be specific on the volume, boys. Yeah, we can turn up the game volume. 1 second. One thing about the game, it is quite loud. So I've put it down quite low on volume. Hold on. Okay. Let's see if this is better, guys. So now, we're going to go ahead, end the turn, and let's hope that this worked out. I'm hoping. Alright, I'm not going to fast forward because I'm actually excited to see what happens. Now, two ships collide. Often what they'll do is they'll rake their oars. And what that means is that each of the oarmen on both ships are trying to break the oars on the other ship. And if you do that, you cripple the ship. And as you can see, our men have started actually firing some bows. This is going to be cool. Let's see if we can ram. I think this guy's going for the ram. Is he? Oh, he's going to be too late anyway. Alright, so they've crippled some of our men. As you can see, crippled some of our oars, I should say. And we haven't managed to grapple onto any of them. At this point, we're basically just having a battle with the Athenians. We've been immobilized completely. And look at that, they managed to actually crash, ram, and sink one of our ships. That is not good. Let's take a look. Whoa, that was a bit too far up, sorry. Let's take a look over here on these sides. So these guys have actually grappled. And now we're actually fighting some Athenians over here. This seems to be going okay. Take a look at the ship. Overpowering them. At least that's the feeling I'm getting. I don't know what you guys think. And now we have to decide what to do with the rest of our navy. Can't hear talk, okay. We'll lower it. I told you, it's very loud. It's very loud. Hold on 1 second. Alright, let's try that. Let's try that, guys. This is a loud game, like I said. That's one thing that's quite funny. Now, as for the rest of these guys, I'm going to try to ram, but the thing is, they're facing us. So, you know, they pretty much are saying, you know, if you try to ram us, we're going to ram you right back. In fact, this guy could probably end up ramming us anyway, but I'm still going to try to carry this out. This might be a horrible idea, so to sort of supplement that, I'm going to grapple onto that ship. I'm going to grapple onto this ship. Right now, we're losing, and if you take a look at the upper, the top bar, guys, you can actually see that the Athenian white is much larger than our Spartan red, and that's a perfect sign that we're losing the battle currently. So I'm going to go here for a ram. Yeah, let's see if this works. Who knows? Anything could happen. Take a look here and see if the situation has improved. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Review Game X. And how's it going, man? Glad to finally have you here on the stream. You know, quite often I send you game codes, but I never get to actually see you on the stream. So welcome. Agrippa Maxentius meets Review Game X for the first time. Here we go. Slamming into the enemy. Once again, we were going for that ram. I'm not sure if it's going to work. Yeah, I just don't think it is. We're just not really in time with the enemy. However, we are smashing them with arrows, and the ship is currently crippled. Also over here, it looks like there might be some engagements. Once again, we're trying to grapple. Now, grapple could fail. It doesn't always succeed. In this case, the enemy has succeeded in crippling our boats, but we have not succeeded in grappling onto theirs. But over here, we're doing very well. And actually, just then, you can see that our unit tried to smash into the enemy ship and sink it. He did not succeed, unfortunately. But we're smashing them pretty hard here. We're going to have to somehow turn some of these guys around. Obviously, the ones that are crippled will not be able to turn around. they are pretty much gone. They're kind of like, sitting ducks that can fire stuff, which is good. They can still fire arrows, but I'm not sure that those arrows are really going to make much of a difference. A beta. The Actium scenario as a grip. That's a great suggestion. That we might have to do that. Hold on 1 second, guys. We'll see. Open the volume mixer. And we'll also increase the volume here a bit of the mic. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's see if that's any better. And we will also increase the mic volume over here. There we go. Back to the game we go. I really want to see if we can win this. And yes, you're absolutely right, Aramon. Look at the difference now, guys. Now, we're the ones winning the battle. So actually, that worked pretty well for us. The fact you don't always have to sink enemy ships to do well. Sometimes just your men can win the battle. As you can see, we've captured that ship. We've captured that ship. We've captured a lot of enemy ships, let's be honest. Of course, I still want to try and grapple onto a few more enemy ships. Looks like we're capturing that one as well. And these can be used against the enemy. Now, I don't believe you can use them to ram the enemy. I know that question's going to come up. And that's because they can't go fast enough. They don't have enough rowers. It would be kind of cool if you could increase the number of rowers on that boat. But that's not currently a feature. Let's try to turn around over here with a ram maneuver. And I'm going to end the turn. Alright, guys. Hoping for the best here. I mean, so far, we're definitely outfighting the enemy. That's the good news. So you can actually see over here our units that are cut off. They are coming back at cruising speed to try and meet their commander again, essentially. If they're not near their commander, your ships are essentially useless, and there's very little you can do with them. So you really need to be careful about getting too far from the command sphere. And that's going to be around this red flag, depending on what ship, of course, your unit is affiliated with. Come on, we can beat these Athenians. Actually, over here, we've already grappled onto another ship. We're also firing from this ship over there, which is just wonderful and working out pretty well for us. Keep it up, men. Come on. Waste these Athenian dogs. And there we go. We've taken another one. This Athenian ship is just totally trapped at this point. But they've also got this unit right here, and it's a leadership unit, the Athenian Dect Tremem. And it's also quite strong. But look, we're winning, guys. If we can capture 1 or 2 more enemy ships, that's going to be a win for sure. I think absolutely. Hello, Turnopia. How you doing, guys? Thanks for coming to the stream. Looks like everything went well. And look at this, guys. I'm not sure if it's Danny Lopez or somebody else from Turnopia. I'm actually winning the battle. So we're currently playing as the Spartans and trying to, of course, defeat the Athenians. They shouldn't even have the right to call themselves men. But, we're going to have to deal with them anyway. I'm trying to find another Athenian ship that we can grapple onto. A lot of our ships are crippled, and a lot of the Athenian ships are fatigued. So this is actually a good time to try to find ships that aren't crippled and start grappling onto the enemy again. So I think what I'm going to do, let's take a look at the grappling maneuver. I'm going to try to grapple onto that ship. And with this unit, I'm going to try to grapple onto either of these ships. And let's end the turn. Alright, guys. Our ship is still up here, but eventually it will sink. It's the unfortunate truth of this situation. So these ships are now meeting, and I'm hoping that they will grapple on. But of course, you never know what's going to happen. They're going to rake oars, and the grapple has been attempted. Ooh, I don't think it succeeded, unfortunately. And look at that. The enemy actually managed to sink one of our ships, but they've been fouled. So at this point, their ship is trapped underneath our sinking ship. Either our ship goes down and gravity does not pull that down with it, or it goes down and this goes sinking as well. So either way, well, I should say one of 2 ways. It's either going to work for us or it's not going to work for us, quite simply. There you go. Look at this beautiful group of ships here firing at these Athenians on top of this Tremem. There's 10 of them left, and I think our guys can take all of them out eventually. I mean, they're getting hit from all sides, and this group is doing a great job at just basically staying ahead of the enemy. Since they're fatigued, they really aren't going to ram us, as far as I can tell. I don't think there's going to be any ramming involved. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Was my voice in that trailer, Muso? Or is that something different? Let's take a look over here. And I think we can go ahead and try and grab onto that ship. I don't want to go too fast, but at the same time, we are coming to the end of this battle, so maybe we should be trying to actually speed up a bit. What about these guys? So unfortunately, we've got a crippled ship ahead of us. We're going to have to back up a bit, or I think we could just turn left and try to grapple over here. Let's try that, and eventually we'll get over here. These guys are tired. They're not moving anywhere. Oh, that's great. My voice is pretty much in every single trailer. Agrippa Maxenius points right there, baby. You gotta love it. Yeah, I want to see the trailer too. Alright, so here we go, guys. I think we're about to win against the Athenians, although shouldn't get too confident yet, but as you can see, the enemy white, which of course represents the Athenians, is not doing too well. And what I'm thinking I'm going to try to do is bring our guys over, and basically start firing our arrows at the enemy. We've got to be careful not to get our guys tired, but again, we're not going for a ram or anything like that. We're basically just going to finish the enemy off. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep firing at this guy, and in fact, let's see. I don't think we can ram him, but we might be able to rake oars. We'll have to see how it goes, guys. Get him, get him, get him. So as you can see right now, the enemy trireme is getting smashed with arrows. They're tired at this point. We've got our ships coming in, so this is going to provide a little more. Oh my goodness, we might get a ram. We might get a ram. Oh, this is going to be really close. This could go either way. They might ram us. Oh, the suspense. Okay, so we grappled on. That's actually great, guys. So look at that. Our Spartans have jumped onto the Athenian ship and begun the fight. The Athenians have 10, we have 18, and we're Spartans. Keep that in mind, very important. So we should be able to beat these guys. And if we can capture this ship, I think we're well on our way to victory, especially if we take this one out. You can see some of the enemy ships are trying to outmaneuver us, but they're tired. They're pretty much done with the fight, and they're going to try to get out of here. And I want to see if this fouled ship will actually sink. This ship is eventually going to have to sink and go down. We definitely want to grab that animation. We didn't get too many of them last time, and it's one of my favorite parts of the game, is this sinking animation, I must say. It's just awesome the way it goes down, and you actually see that ship resting on the bottom of the ocean. Really neat stuff. Here we go. Oh, I just heard a ship go down. Just heard a ship go down. Oh, yes, the enemy actually fouled one of our ships. So I didn't expect that at all, but so the enemy commander here actually managed to knock one of our ships over. The good news is he's fouled, so this could mean that he goes down next. We're not 100% sure. And look at that, poor one guy on the trireme. I think he's going to be dead soon. Come on, boys. Show no mercy. Not exactly sure how adept Spartans were at naval warfare. Okay, let's see. Yes, that's a great suggestion, ram, while he's immobilized. Oh, Quadrigo was excellent, man. I loved it. And look at that. I think we're about to win here, boys. And the turn? It's not gonna be a major victory, though, because we've lost a lot of men, lost a lot of ships, let's be honest. So this would be a victory, but basically a Pyrrhic victory, as far as I can tell. These guys are doing just fine. Absolutely perfectly. And it looks like some of the enemy ships are trying to come back. We might try to send some guys out and try to ram that guy, because he is doing just fine, that commander. Thrasyllus. He's doing just fine. So if we can maybe cut him off with a ram, that would be excellent. Doesn't look like the Athenians managed to beat us in battle a single time, which also shows the ability of the Spartans to fight. That, and we did have more men on our ship, which absolutely helps. But you can see here, the crippled ships can still be useful. So in this case, the crippled ships could still fire at the enemy ship over here, and, you know, eventually damage it. Let's take a look. What else? What else? What else? Really want to try a ram. Okay, so I'm assuming that if I, and I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that if I go faster like this, the ram is going to be harder. And at this point, we're going to try to grab this guy. The enemy's tired. So let's go ahead and try and ram right in front of him. With this guy, we'll try to ram him like this. I don't know if this is going to work, but trial and error. Oh, he is tired, but I think he's just too many hexes away for us to manage a significant hit. We'll go ahead and speed up. Oh, he's turning towards us. I think he figured this out. Now we are grappled, and of course now our men are charging over the decks to attack. We should be going back to that fight. And it's a draw. Wow, that's surprising. I expected us to win, but I'll take a draw. Nice little music there as well. Yeah, close game indeed. That was fun. I thought I was gonna win for sure, but you know, we definitely lost more manpower. So we actually lost one more man than the enemy. The enemy lost 120 men. We lost 121. So unfortunate, but I'll take it. Now, what battle shall we play? So as you can see, guys, a tremendous amount of campaigns here to choose from. Even the Roman civil wars. That's right, in the Battle of Actium, somebody mentioned it. This is actually where Agrippa led a great naval victory against the forces of Mark Antony. So quite funny that that battle's there. We could try the Battle of Taurus, and it's Caesar, so the Caesarians against the Pompeians. I could go ahead and, guess I could take, I kind of want to play as Pompey and be the bad guy. Now let's go with Caesar. Just, why not? I'm assuming this is going to be a tougher battle. Look at that. It's a terrible day. It's foggy. It's raining. Just a ton of terrible weather here. You know, this is not good weather for any ship. So we know what we want to do. We want to try and turn towards the enemy and smash him. So I think we should start... It's maybe a bit too obvious. I think the enemy is going to be like, yeah, we kind of know what you're doing there, buddy. But we're going to try it anyway. Go forward this way as well. And yes, we do risk actually getting tired here. But I'm going to take the risk. Because I'm going to try to smash into Pompey's fleet. And see what I can do. Now, if you see, these ships definitely have more men. They also have sails on them. Now, I don't actually see a wind direction icon here, but in some battles there is wind direction. So opening or closing the sails could make us go faster, possibly make a much stronger hit when we're trying to actually, sink an enemy ship with a ram. And as you can see, Pompey's ships are traveling, just in a very straight line here. And this is a perfect opportunity to smash into them. But as you can see, a few of them are already catching on. They're turning towards us, and they're definitely willing to have a fight. So, we'll do it. Come on, boys. Look at this ship. Beautiful. The Caesarian Quinquerem with Hector. General Hector, who apparently, I guess he exceeds at grappling. So we're definitely going to want to grapple with this ship, and we could actually grapple with this command ship. That would be pretty interesting to see what happens. This weather must be terrible for the men. But they have no choice. They have to deal with it. And, oh, as you can see, we've already gotten our guys stuck. We're going to now have to back up. Remember, I told you, sometimes you have to back up almost like a truck in this game if you mess up. So we're going to have to move these guys back slowly but surely and send this guy forward again. Let's grab this guy. Keep going forward, guys. Actually, this guy can take a left turn and then go forward. And now, Ooh, look at that. We've got some fire arrows. Now, thankfully, these fire arrows are not going to be too deadly to us because, well, let's be honest, you know, it's raining. But they could actually pose a threat. So I'm actually going to go for a ram. And I wouldn't recommend ever going for a ram with a command ship, but I'm going to try it right now, see what happens. I would love to kill an enemy command ship with my own, but I think that's going to be a bit too much to ask here. Okay, I think we're going to end up actually raking ores with that ship. Look at that. Wow, so the enemy has got some fire arrows here. Let's see who comes out of this okay. Actually, it looks like both of us came out of it without our ores completely destroyed. That is definitely an improvement on my first battle ever. Okay, let's see. Oh, come on, come on. You know you want to ram. We have a very light ship, though. I'm not sure if it could actually even take that thing out. Oh, come on. Oh, we did hit it, but we didn't manage to sink it. And I think it's just really the size of the ship that's the issue here. Looks like now we have the fire arrows. They do seem to be very effective at taking out the enemy there. Now remember, in most of these naval battles, sails would actually be cut down. So it's quite unlikely to see sails like this. And it's probably the reason that the sails are kept up in this battle. They're not going to do anybody any good in a rainstorm, obviously. And at the same time, you know, they can actually become kind of a problem. They're going to steer your ship in a direction you might not want to go, for instance. So you really want to rely on mostly the rowers. And that's why, in this particular period, rowers were so important, really. Let's make sure to send this gentleman. Nope, nope, nope. Cancel that. I want to go left, and I want to grapple. Fortunately, that guy's crippled. But it looks like our command ship could grapple if he tried, so let's see what happens. We're keeping our command ship, our main command ship, right here because he's getting great shots on the enemy. See no reason to stop that. Unfortunately, some of our units are getting smashed over here. Come on, boys. We're on the Pompeian ship right now. And look at that. We've got a ship on fire, guys. Wow. An enemy ship on fire. I'd like to think that's a pretty good situation for us. And that's actually the first time I've seen a fire break out. I'm really glad we caught that on this stream here. And look at how it's actually showing up on the water as well, reflecting off the water. I love that. So we set that ship on fire. We should try to do that to more of the enemy ships. I like setting ships on fire. That's my new favorite activity, actually, in this game. There we go. We are on the Athenian ship, and I think, not the Athenian, excuse me, the Pompeian ship. I'm pretty sure we're going to take it over. And this is a major ship, so should help us quite a lot. Sure enough, it's ours. So I'm going to take this guy and turn him around. I will try to ram if I can, but really my main goal is to get close to this guy and set him on fire now. Is there blood? I wish there was blood. There is no blood right now. There was blood in your last game, Turnopia. What's it called? A small Tembi ship. You did not expect so much from such a small ship. There was blood in Quadriga, but I'm not sure if it would work in this game, quite frankly, because the unit models for the men on board are a bit smaller. I think it would be hard to kind of see blood. It would be cool, but you know, once again, I'm not sure how that would exactly work in this game. Interesting suggestion, though. Now, it looks like this is also interesting. The enemy can still move, even though he's on fire. So now he's potentially a burning battering ram, and that's not good. So I hope we can stop him. He's turning towards our guy here. Oh, no. Please tell me that since he's tired, he can't knock us down. Come on. Oh, no, he got us. My goodness. He fouled himself on our ship, but despite burning, he still continued the fight. You know, you actually have to admire bravery like that. But that kind of upset me. My poor ship. At least he's fouled up. Hopefully he'll sink. And as you can see, we're getting a lot of shots on that Pompeian Quinquerem, excuse me. So I think we can actually take over here pretty soon. And these two guys are together. I'm not sure why they're not boarding. Maybe we need to go ahead and select the grappling icon. But very interesting what's going on here. Look at that. That thing is completely on fire now. Called it, said Ahriman. Nice. If you guys are fast enough, you could do roulette on whether or not a ship's gonna ram. We'll have to see. We're planning an editor. Very cool. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around with this ship and try to grab on here. And we're going to see if we can ram. I'm not sure if we can, so I think this is... sorry. I think this has to do with speed. Let's go ahead. So I'm going to try to basically go as fast as I can. Okay, hopefully this works. But I think we could also be too close. Let's see, come on! Come on! Oh, so close! They're cut off. We are setting them on fire at least, but I was really hoping for a ram there. I'm not sure why I'm just not the greatest rammer. I guess maybe I need to go faster. I need to extend the line, perhaps. I'm not sure. I also have to back up now because could this ship possibly set our ship on fire? I'm not sure. We're going to have to wait and see. Where's the rest of our boys? There they are. This commander's just kind of hanging out like, you know, why are you looking at me? Now, we didn't manage to actually knock down one of the enemy ships here, so we managed a ram over here. However, we're fouled up in the enemy ship, so if it sinks, it could take us with it. That's definitely something I don't want to happen. And it looks like the enemy's got some fire arrows as well. They're actually grappled onto us, it looks like. I don't see any men on their crew, but or any of their crew on the ship there, but would love to jump over and take that ship. Try that every single ship follows separate paths from its closest friendly ships. Ah, okay. Thanks, Turnopia. Actually, we're winning right now. If you guys take a look in the upper or the top corner, we have a slightly higher percentage here, but it's not much. So Turnopia was suggesting we send guys in sort of separate directions. We need to first... I don't think we have many ships that can do that right now, but certainly in a future battle we could try that. Now over here, this is what I'm concerned about. It's hoping that that ship will burn down and making sure this ship doesn't get stuck. So I'm going to keep on moving forward with this guy. We are going pretty fast. And I'm going to back up with this guy. In fact, I'm going to turn right. No, sorry. Wrong ship. Yeah, the only thing we can do is back up here. So we're going to try to back up fully. Fire, boys! Okay, so you can see our guys moving back a bit here. Actually making room for our other ship. We could potentially try another ram here. If I can move back enough, I think I can get enough momentum to go for the ram. But our guys are just having way too much fun burning the enemy ship down. Unfortunately, as you can see here, now we're going to have to move this guy back. Oh my goodness, look at that fire. It's out of control. Pump hands are starting to fight back quite a lot, especially over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do... I'm going to move back a bit so that I can get a stronger ram. Awesome to hear that, Auditaw. Thank you, man. Okay, let's see what we do now. Look at that. I love how you can actually see the fires from up here. So we can actually see a few ships on fire. This guy has been on fire a long time. Now it's very even. The fight is extremely even at this point. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I'm going to try to ram this ship, but I just don't think we can because he's a bit bigger than us, and we can't seem to get a direct ram going. So actually, let's just get closer now and then make a decision on that. Unfortunately, we're fouled up here. We need to hope that this ship doesn't take us down with it. And then we're going to have to pull back a bit and try to get away from this. Okay, let's end the turn. Move back. Pompey's definitely not liking this current situation. He is getting shot at from every conceivable angle. And here we go. We've got an enemy command ship approaching. Unfortunately, one of our command ships is actually crippled, so it can't move, it can't go fast, despite the fact that it's got a tremendous potential for speed. There's just really nothing it can do. Here we go. And they could actually be going for a ram here. Is this tiny ship going to try to ram Pompey's main ship? I think he is, but he's not going to succeed. Although it would be funny if he did. And there we go. We've got a ship going down over there on the left. Oh! Oh, he scraped it. I would love a Titanic situation where just a nice little bump there just manages to sink the entire ship. That would be excellent. As you can see, a lot of Pompey's forces are over here, so we're actually going to have to fight to get to them. Luckily, we did not get fouled up on that ship. It's actually going down right now, so we're going to be able to escape that watery fate. And I am going to see if I can go ahead and ram through here. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try my absolute best. And I'm also not sure if I'm hitting it at the correct angle to ram it. But we're going to smash through anyway. We've also still got this guy who could potentially ram. Come on, boys. Faster, faster. Come on. Oh, it's a nice hit, but not enough. Definitely shook everybody on board. Wow, this guy is really on fire now. And I don't believe there's anybody on that ship, so now there's really no point in ramming. Now, what we should do is try to pull away and get closer to these enemy ships that still have men on them. Try to take them down. Come on, boys. Alright, so I'm going to back up here once again. This guy's crippled, so there's not much we can do with him. What if we do something like this? Could we ram that guy and sink him? I'm going to find out here in a second. And he is crippled, so he's totally cut off. He's not going to be able to fight back. This would be interesting, although maybe not even worth a ram, because if we do get fouled up on that ship, what was the point? But we'll see. Here we go. Boom! There we go. We've rammed one enemy ship. She's going down, and we did not get fouled up, which is very good news for us. So that was exciting. I love taking down the enemy ships, but I do prefer burning them down. That's my new favorite thing. I'm going to go ahead and actually move this ship very, very soon, get him closer to this guy right here. Maybe even attempt a ram on this guy. He's also crippled, so he also can't move, and it makes it a lot easier for us to knock them down like bowling pins. I think I could actually back up this way, move this guy out of the way, and then go for another ram. This guy could be the Ram King. Okay. Wow, she is really on fire. Wondering how we should play this. Okay, let's try this. Get this guy out of the way. I don't want these two guys to meet up, so for now I'm just going to get him out of the way. And actually I'll try to even go farther. Just in an effort to move this guy into position. Of course, we still got this behemoth of a ship. I hope they don't cross paths. And with this guy, we're going to try to pull him back. Actually, he's cut off. Right now, he actually needs to get closer to his commander before he's going to be of any use. Banzai, full ramming speed, people said. Ba Luis, Roulette 100, very cool. Hey, how you doing, Dogs of War? Good to see you, man. Expert captain, haven't promoted after this. Probably going to need a new admiral anyway, says Ariman. Well said. Well said, man. Okay. Let's end the turn. We could be potentially winning this. And once again, I think these guys are going to actually have to back up from one another. Thank goodness your own ships can't crash into each other. You know, actually, that would be a funny mechanic. I would love if there was some sort of handicap you could turn off so that could happen. But it would make the game a lot more frustrating, I'll admit. Although potentially quite funny. I found Quadriga to be, Turnopia, actually talking about your game. I found Quadriga to be really quite a funny game. You know, I thought it was an awesome game. But, you know, seeing your guys fall off the chariots, seeing that whole drama unfold, to me, that was hilarious. Also, you know, being able to have rivals that, you know, after some time you could end up fighting them, you know, on the chariots, or you could end up meeting them in another circuit. I just always thought that was really cool, just an awesome mechanic, and hilarious. I remember knocking one guy over that I absolutely hated. He kept trying to destroy my chariot. And finally, I knocked him over, and it was like one of the greatest moments in gaming history for me. Now, let's see if we can get this guy out of the way so that this guy can go for the ram. Either way, if we get him close to this enemy ship, we could potentially start setting it on fire. Really, the goal here is to destroy this guy. This is a massive Pompeian quadrirem, not even a quinquirem, so this is definitely a nasty little ship. We don't want to have to deal with it anymore. Oh, boy. No, come on, guys. Nice. Good rowing. We can bring them back to the battle in a moment. Now, I think since we're going, you know, we're using or expending most of our strength to get here, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to knock this guy down or ram him. We're going to have to wait and see. But either way, he's in trouble. Yeah, I don't think that a ram's going to happen. We're going to rake oars. Here we go. Should have actually gone for a grapple, because right now, the amount of men we have on this ship would absolutely overwhelm the enemy here. Ooh, they might be going for a grapple. Interesting. Yes, absolutely. That's a great question, Audio Law. I'm not sure. I'll let the Turnopia guys answer. That's a really good question. Okay, so we are close to victory, guys. I think we're close to victory. At this point, we got to move this guy out, so let's do that. And these guys are grappled, so let's hope that they're going to actually start fighting, and we're going to move this guy back, of course. End the turn. All right, nice. They are fighting. We absolutely outnumber them here. And I think our Caesarian soldiers are going to cut down these Pompeian swine. We're also getting some missile support here from this guy. Now, he doesn't seem to be able to move. I'm not sure why that is. Could be some sort of issue over here with these ships being too close together. We'll have to find out. But currently, he's stuck, despite the fact that he's not hurt. Unless maybe it's over here and I can't see it. He doesn't seem to be crippled at all. You know, all of the oars are working just fine, so we should be able to row out of here. There we go. Come on, take those Pompeian men out. All right, so now we've got actually an enemy commander here attacking us. And looks quite fit. He's got 33 men on board. We have 37, but I'm almost certain that that commander is going to be a lot stronger than we are. Let's see what we can do here. Just going to be very careful here in the movements I decided to do. You guys are going to be very tired at the end of this battle, but what's important is total victory. Ah, you rake the other side. Now it has lost both row sides. Makes sense. All right. Oh, come on. So we're actually setting up for a nice ramming position over here, I think. As long as the enemy gets a little closer to us. Then again, we could get cut off right here by the end of this ship. All right, let's try it, boys and girls. We're going for the ram. I still think we're going to get caught on this ship. We'll have to wait and see. That would be a beautiful sinking if we manage to take this guy out. Because that's a huge... Nope, yeah, unfortunately we're going to get caught. I was worried about that. And it's because our oars would actually hit this ship if we tried to row by. So the best thing we can do is try to provide some missile support at least to take this guy out. Once again, another ship that's burning up. And, oh! Enemy actually grappled on, and these Pompeians might be able to take us out. We've only got 2 men on board here. That's not good. We're going to need to do something about that. Love to see those fires burning and reflecting off of the ocean water. That is a beautiful sight. Okay, and actually, once again, battle is very, very close. So I'm going to try to go... No, that's not going to work. Back up a little bit here. And no, I don't expect that this ship can ever, not in a million years, sink this guy with a ram. But it is funny to watch these smaller ships sort of try to ram. Of course, it never seems to really work out very well. Boom! Nice little smash there. I hope it made a difference. I'm not sure it did. Look at that. The enemy's actually using one of our captured ships against us. Now, as far as I understand, I could be wrong on this, don't quote me, but as far as I understand, you can't use captured ships to ram because they just can't seem to go at cruising speed. They don't have as many rowers on board. But again, I could be wrong. Of course, that would be a very, very dangerous weapon to be able to use your enemy's ships as rams against them. And really, I think one thing I've learned, one thing that's made me play a bit better in this game, is it's really not all about ramming. Obviously, ramming is really fun to watch, you know, I'm not going to lie. But the truth is that the game is about taking out the enemy's forces. You don't have to do that by ramming. For instance, we've got this enemy unit trapped right here. Now, it's going to take us a while to take him down, but, you know, we more than likely will. We outnumber him by a large margin here. We can see that his men are slowly but surely dropping off the ship. So eventually, we could just get a victory by proxy here by taking out more of the enemy soldiers. That certainly comes into play. And actually, we're trying to possibly ram into this guy, although he's going at cruising speed, so he's not going to do much damage if he hits anyway. Let's see. Ah, Ternopi says, well, it's a possibility. Ah, okay, okay. Interesting. Can't surpass cruise speed. Okay. So, in other words, it would be harder to sink. Well, they're going to try it right now against our command ship. Look at this, guys. Oh, this could be deadly. Here we go. We're about to find out whether or not enemy ships can ram. That would be a huge win for the enemy. Oh, so they did smash, but they did not manage to knock us over. Thank goodness. That being said, that was interesting. And there we go. That's a draw. If you look at manpower lost, wow, a major difference in manpower lost, but we still managed to have a little draw there. I was hoping for a victory, but I think it was a really close battle. And both battles really show off the difference in this game, the different outcomes you're going to get depending on the battle you choose. I've still got to get to Actium. I can't wait. But I've shown you guys a tremendous amount of stuff here, the campaigns. I want to also, reiterate that not only do you have campaigns in this game, you've got multiplayer, you've also got a skirmish mode here where you can choose your own faction, the enemy could choose their faction, and you can go ahead and have fun. You can also choose the sort of space. You can choose whether or not there's going to be wind, whether or not there are going to be sails. Now, quite honestly, during this time period, sails were not nearly as common, but they were still occasionally used. Anyway, guys, we are coming to the end of this stream. I do hope you guys enjoyed this look at Mare Nostrvm. I want to thank the Turnopia guys for showing up. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I want to thank everybody else for showing up, and I hope to be facing you on the 7 seas. Well, actually, no, just the one sea. In this case, the Mediterranean. Want to face you there in battle, and I look forward to seeing you guys in that particular battle. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope you guys will go out and purchase Mare Nostrvm. Muso is going to go ahead and provide you guys some links. Also, provide our channel links for our YouTube channels. Make sure to subscribe to our Matrix and Slytherin YouTube channels, guys. A lot of the videos we make here are uploaded there, and we make other videos, tip videos, etc., that we put on those channels. So it really helps us when you subscribe, not only here on Twitch, but also on our YouTube channels as well. So thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you guys had fun, and we did manage a few rams, and no problem. It was more than my pleasure, Turnopia, to do the stream. It was really fun. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, everybody, take care. Have a wonderful night, or, well, afternoon, depending on where you are, and we'll see you next time.